that you hold in your house. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Hey, put your little drug paraphernalia away. Savage AF, we here, we here, we here, we here. Ha 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 ha.
Savage AF, man, forget your feelings. Facts matter, okay? We'll be cursing in 4 minutes and 15 seconds. But until then, I'm Black Pedro.
And this, I'm Shang. I saw your little photo. That shit is hilarious.
Come on, we're going to get this, dog.
Yeah.
Savage AF, man, forget your feelings. Facts matter. We are the show that talks politics, hot topics, current events in an I don't give a fluff style, okay?
I think we might have to start using the fluff style because they are starting to, on YouTube, make sure that they cut down on the profanity.
I don't give a fluff. I don't give a fluff.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, guys. Speaking of YouTube, Shang are on there live for you, YouTube and Facebook simultaneously, Monday through Friday, typically, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, typically. If you ever miss us live, I need you to eat a horse hoof.
Wow, a horse hoof. I was going to say,
swift horse.
I don't know if you've ever sat on a wheelchair on a really tall hill in San Francisco. I want you to take some kerosene and light it onto the chair and then roll down the hill as fast as you can.
I'm sure the wind will help extinguish it.
Yeah.
Savage AF, man, if you ever miss us live, it's your fault, but don't worry. You can redeem yourself. You can cleanse thine soul by going to our YouTube channel and subscribing, getting notified. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, youtube.com/C/SavageAFWorld.
And you'll get there. And you will get there. It's a journey that's not that far.
It is a quest.
And once you get there, make sure that you do this. Bells! The bell tolls!
For whom the bell tolls.
Make sure you do that. Also, make sure you hit us with this. It's hard right there. That's hard right there. Make sure you do that. And the thumbs up always help us thumb up. Give us the thumbs up so we can thumb up or come up on the algorithm.
That's what it is, y'all. Speaking of thumbs, you can also use them right on over at Facebook because we know you done got kicked off YouTube. I know what you do.
You got kicked off.
You did drugs all day. You drank too early. Didn't eat breakfast. Now look at you. Kicked off YouTube. Well, that's why we got Facebook for you. On Facebook, do a search for Savage A. F. You see it right above my head there?
Yeah, you see it. Now, I know that you think you're done. You think that your task is done. You've made the journey. You've walked the walk. You've climbed the hill. And
you've reached the mountaintop.
Right. I've done my best. I've paid a few. No, I'm just saying, make sure you go to Instagram. I was going to do all this shit, but the hell with that. Make sure you go to Instagram at Black Pedro and Threads at Black Pedro and at Comedian Shang on the gram for now. I'm apprehensive about the Threads, but I'm probably going to rock with the Threads.
Hey, man, I've been rocking the Threads so hard, in fact, that I'm thinking about doing an official name change because I'm there to do the right thing, to fight for what's right. So I think at least on Threads, henceforth and forevermore, I will be known as Frederick Douglas. Frederick Douglas, y'all. That's me right here. Y'all see me. Y'all know me. Don't let them tell you it's not me. It's your boy, Black Pedro, a.k.a. Frederick Douglas.
How are you doing on there?
Oh, you haven't heard about me?
2.7 million, something like that.
They call me Judge Thread.
Oh, wow. Well, I've heard you were definitely a threat to society.
Bro, I'm cooking up. I'm cooking. I'm hot on there. They call me They call me Thready Crocker. You know
I'm
what I'm
just
saying?
saying, man.
Get at me. I'll kill your dreams. Call me Thready.
Oh, how many you got so far? You only been on there a day.
Oh, like I'm approaching 300.
Man, you killing it.
Yeah, no. There's people. I see people. They got 187,000 already. I'm like, nigga,
Well,
it's that many
they
people on
30
here?
million people. 30 million people are signed up on it.
I heard. I saw a post from Zucker that says 70.
Well, that might be in 2 days. I looked at the first day.
I mean,
so
I think we're still. We're still within the first 48. I don't even think it's been 40.
I definitely am going. I'm gonna definitely do it.
It's been about 24 hours for me. So
Yeah, I'll definitely do it. So now that we're doing that, but there's no desktop version of it yet. So that's the tough part. But aside from that, we're about to get into this show. But I wanted to say,
niggas on there, they call me the Incredible Hulk.
wow. You know what, man?
Y'all ain't ready, man.
I know I wasn't ready for that one. The Threadable Hulk.
Speaking of puns, Damani hit us one. When you follow us, make sure you're creeping on a thumb up.
Okay.
Speaking of Damani, I also see Nicole H. Treehead out there. She done put the drugs down for a minute to get with us. We appreciate that, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Threadro Peter, Threadro Star. Listen, we could do a whole bunch of shit over here, man. I'll be Threadro Hernandez. Stop playing. Savage AF. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Black Pedro, comedian Shang.
Yeah.
Guys.
I just realized I got evil eyebrows. Like my eyebrows probably really. I just looked at them and thought, "What's wrong with my eyebrows?"
The world will be mine.
Yeah, they arch up on some evil. Not that I would do something evil. Well, I ain't gonna say that either.
And yeah, it is Treehead. It is an extended Instagram, and a you know, it's a copy of Twitter. Ain't don't nobody give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But I hate Elon enough to just, and I wasn't fucking with Twitter anyways. The character limitations was holding back my voice, and when you are a fighter for justice like I am, you can't be held back by tweets.
Right.
All right, so listen, we're gonna get into the show today. Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. It is Friday, July 7th, 2023, within the time-space continuum, at least on this timeline. Black Pedro comedian Shang. Listen, we're gonna end with the SHANGRY today, because we have the minister of Shanger here.
Yeah.
You know what? You might as well save your breath, because cult's gone cult. Ain't no use seeing him trying. So we'll talk about it though, because cult's gone cult. Yeah.
Why AJ Fit going in on me? I got eyebrows like the Joker.
Oh wow. Well, there you
Why? So serious.
Black Pedro popping before the Shangri though. You know what's fucked up about this is the bad.
You already, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
What?
We're over 5 minutes. My bad.
Oh yeah. No, we good. The bad apples are policing the good ones, and that barrel is gonna stay fucked up. Let's talk about it. No, Treehead. Apparently, right now, threads don't have porn, and the Mama Miss says no porn. Whack. Okay. Well, I need you two horny heifers to link up on something.
I need y'all to get y'all little.
Y'all are completely unfocused right now.
Apparently, your little cookie soaked. Y'all need to just stop.
All the politics floating around. She's like, I can't jack off to shit on threads.
I know, man. Wait, AJ. Now I'm like the Joker and Bane, brother. I don't like what you said. You will pay for your insolence. But I don't think none of that, man. Listen, but the first thing in the rundown, on the run up, on the run up, on the rundown, I'm kind of pleased about it. It ends the week on a good note.
Oh yeah, this will warm the cockles of your heart. Let's talk about the gorilla glute of Congress, and that is, I say gorilla glute because your glute is like the ass muscle, and she is the representative of ape ass herself. MTG, the mountain gorilla herself, Marjorie Taylor Greene, got booted from the, and I'm gonna use air quotes, Freedom Caucus,
Right.
because they ain't really about that freedom, but the Freedom Caucus, which is that clique of the mean kid table in high school or whatever. Oh, I had a picture of them in here. Oh, sugar snaps. What happened to them? But anyways, man. So
Right here.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's getting booted, which means she's breaking up with Maddie Molester Gates
Right.
and
And
Lauren. I'll shoot
yeah,
anything.
Lauren Bimbo Bobart,
Right,
and she's
brunette bimbo
well,
Barbie.
they call her Bullet Bimbo because she likes to shoot a lot
Barbie.
of shit. But the bottom line is, it was over for the people that don't know. Now you know, nigga. They it was because Marjorie Gorilla Green, and by the way, this bitch lifts other angry bitches. Look at look at how strong this bitch looks.
She
Yeah,
looks aggressive in their territory.
definitely. Yeah, she definitely is like, I am so upset about being kicked out of there. But she was kicked out because they got in a debate on the floor. Uh, it was Lauren Boebert and her gorilla shoulders started arguing with each other, and she called her a little bitch. And then the other people had to stop it from escalating because I mean I don't think Boebert would have a chance unless you go get a gun. But aside from that, and then he was about to go down. I mean, and she stood up like, "What's up?" So, and they kicked her out because that was one of the primary thing. And then they went down the line of all the other crazy crazy shit she said. For instance, Jewish space lasers, trying to impeach Biden. They asked her
Some
for the
misinformation.
information. She didn't have it. But Boebert did the same thing. But they both were trying to impeach Biden. But Marjorie Taylor Greene was mad about the fact that she didn't get there first. So they started arguing, ended up in an argument, and then
Well,
she said, "Oh, that's it. I'm about to fight all you motherfuckers."
there was some bill that they were fighting over, right? Where it was like
Right.
Marjorie Taylor Greene tried to introduce it and didn't quite go, and then Boebert basically that's what their fight was about. Was like Marjorie Taylor Greene was like, "You just stole my bill," and blah blah blah. It's
Well,
like,
it was also about wanting to impeach Biden. They were both
yeah,
jockeying
no,
to,
so that's what it was. It was
yeah,
over that.
yeah, it was over that.
The
And
way, like,
if anybody's surprised about this, the reason is not because they're both not right wing crazy fucks, because they are. It is about the Freedom Caucus, which is absolutely fucking insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, so much corruption, so much bad shit. But it was about the fact that she even slightly was agreeing with what's my man's name? That's the leader of the
McCarthy. So
McCarthy.
yeah, he's the other
It was
slice.
over that shit. It was like high
Yeah,
school shit.
yeah.
And
No, it was. So Marjorie Taylor Greene has made her pact with
Kevin McCarthy,
Kevin McCarthy, and we saw during Kevin McCarthy's like how many times did he fail to get
14.
elected?
14.
14, yeah. So within those attempts, you saw Matt Gaetz put other people up. You know what I mean? So there was obviously a division there. But Marjorie Taylor Greene has sided with McCarthy, who's failing, the party's agenda miserably, especially if you're a part of the Freedom Caucus and you want to go ape shit on everything. Actually, the Freedom Caucus doesn't even want to legislate at
They
all.
just it's about tribalism and
Yeah, yeah.
starting shit. And
There's
yeah,
no legislature.
but that the Freedom Caucus let her go. They're like, freedom.
What's
No.
funny is that we're just finding out about it. I believe yesterday.
Yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene got booted, but it actually happened last week. They're reporting, and we're just finding out that it actually happened last week. So they kept it on the hush for a minute. But what this really indicates to me is that white family in the 50s and 40s or whatever, where everybody stands on the porch and waves. And then, as
They
soon
go in the house and they pull out knives.
yeah, the dad takes a swig of whiskey. He's like, "God damn it, Martha, you burnt the meatloaf again. You fucking
dirty.
whore.
You dirty little bitch. And my daughter, I don't even know if she's mine. Like, it's a lot of dysfunction. But the bottom line is, it's good that they're fighting because their division will help. Hopefully, the Democrats will jump on it. Plus, she doubled down on it. She was pissed off about getting kicked out, Pedro, and she's like, "Yeah, I called her a bitch. Yeah, she's a little bitch, little bitch." And then, and what's she gonna do? Look at these fucking shoulders. What's she gonna
My
do?
traps. You see
Look at
my
my look at
traps?
these shoulders. You see my neck? Look at that man neck. That's all man. I got a man face. I, I bet you she can suck the chrome off a fucking 98 Pontiac.
They make all the fuss about it, but in reality, she looks like a trans athlete. I'm like, are you sure you should be
Yeah,
in the women's
she
division?
do. Wait a minute. Take the banner down so you can see the full
Wait, yeah, hold on. Let me take it
grip
down.
of this.
Yeah, man.
She definitely is doing a lot of upper body work. God damn.
It looks like Rudy decided, not Giuliani, but Rudy from the movie.
Yes.
Like he decided to switch to women's sports because he couldn't quite make it on the Notre Dame team or whatever. Like he's
I mean, the bottom line is they've been dysfunctional from get-go, and I'm glad that they're fighting like this because hopefully the Democrats, because they've kicked the Democrats, they try to get Democrats off of commissions just on it because out of revenge. Now they're doing it to each other. But the Freedom Caucus is a bunch of crazies, and they're all out of their fucking mind. And
it's getting so crazy that they can't even
function with each other,
man. Well, the reality is that there is no legal, moral, logistical, or even just there's no path for them to do this the right way. You know what I mean? Or any way.
Well, yeah,
they'll never have the body of people to vote their initiatives ahead, right? So there's always going to have to be some slick shit, some cheating, some
slide. It's always cheating. Even with the election, they said that a Republican would not win would not win for the next 10 years if they did it legally and there was no electoral. If it went off the popular vote, because the popular vote has been won by Democrats consistently. Even Hillary Clinton, who was a piece of shit candidate, and I'm not saying that she was a horrible person, but she was kind of a horrible person. And so
she's a bad candidate for
sure. A bad candidate. I don't know. Like personally, I could probably sit down, play some poker with her. But if she tried to cheat, socking her. But the bottom line is she won by 3 million votes, and Biden won by even more votes. So the problem is with us, if we're Democrats or progressives or even I don't understand how you're still in the fucking middle on this bitch. But we got to go out and slam dunk these motherfuckers next election. It can't be any gray area. It can't be like, it was close. It was only 20,000 votes between us. We got to slam dunk them because if we let these crazy cocksuckers back in, it's a wrap.
I mean, it's getting so what I was saying is like there's just there's no path for them. Yeah, welcome to it, Tawana. And Mama Miss said that Marjorie Taylor Greene definitely looks like she wants to be on the swim team. No doubt. Vera DeMilo. Hey, boys and girls. But no, so the Freedom Caucus will never have the numbers to do this properly. And their only other option would be just, batshit violence, like we saw on January 6th. So,
well, they backed January 6th to the motherfucking hill. Period.
No, I mean, yeah, you're never gonna come off of that. Like,
so my thing is now that Marjorie's out, she's like, I don't want to be out. But the bottom line is what's going to happen, and I'm gonna let y'all know this. What's going to happen with this shit is it's going to keep the people that follow Marjorie Taylor Greene, because she is a huge moneymaker on donations. She's the number one person getting donations to the right wing cult we call, the Senate. Mm-hmm. But end of the day, it's going to spread on more because I know some people are going to follow her bitch ass. And
I think she's gonna have to move more towards the middle, right? Because they've pushed her out, and she's not going to
start her own shit. She might start her own shit because she
could get right of them, but
she can get right of them. She's that fucking crazy. Boebert's crazy too. Woo, that bitch is.
Oh, and it's all of them. Andy Gosar or Paul Gosar and who's the other guy? Biggs, I think his name. Like all of these guys, like there's a good handful.
Yeah, they've been eating
Shit
paint
like
chip
that.
sandwiches for a long time. These motherfuckers is out their mind. And I'm gonna tell you something. Gorilla Shoulders really, 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 really. When you see how she responded getting kicked out, man, she looked like she was gonna cry, but she was still such an evil bitch. Tears wouldn't run down her gorilla face. I
No.
like,
And now, and just so you guys, just for clarification, so everybody understands, she's like, "Ka-ching!" Just so people understand, she hasn't been kicked out of the Republican Party,
no,
or
she's just out of the Freedom Caucus, which is the extreme version
yeah,
that's within it,
it's
just like the
a
Tea
sect.
Party. They're basically, if the Tea Party went even further right than because the Tea Party was pretty fucking crazy, but this one is even more crazy. At least the Tea Party had a few things that they had some policies. They actually were thinking about, yeah, let's talk about some policies. Let's talk about this also. But then the Tea Party also was one of the first ones to get tax breaks for the top 1% of the 1%. So fuck them too. They were out of their fucking mind too, and they also were against, black people getting to vote. So they're a bunch of racist cunts too. But
Yeah,
but honestly, Pedro, her getting kicked out, this is the beginning. I'm telling you, they're gonna be some other
the
motherfuckers that's gonna
beginning of
rock
the
with
end,
her.
my friend.
Yeah, yeah. There's gonna be just like, come with me.
Well,
I'm telling you.
yeah, I mean, so there are all these like caucuses and factions. There's the Black Congressional Caucus. By title, you should understand what that serves. And there's a progressive caucus.
There's the drum player caucus. It's all everybody that does this
Both
in their
sides of
car.
the caucuses.
Yeah, and some of them, if you're a Capricorn caucus, I don't know if you know about that one. Only Capricorns can be in that caucus.
Hey, I just
You know,
noticed I misspelled caucus on the banner. We're gonna fix that right quick. Nothing gets past old Pedro,
yeah,
but
because Pedro's a leader in the community.
hey, there
You
you go.
need to put that on your Instagram and on your threads.
Well, I already posted a thread about it. I've been doing this series of so here's one thing with threads is a lot of people have been chiming in with these like, pun stuff. And me, I enjoy a good pun as much as the next guy. But it was getting on my nerves. People would be like, you know, when you do this, we should call them a spool, or we should
Oh
call it
God,
a knit, or we should call our groups a quilt or some shit. And I'm
yeah.
like,
You know where I'm from? Spindle. Yeah,
there
just
you go.
idiots.
So I'm like, okay, if y'all really want to lean into this pun shit, if
Let's
y'all really
go.
want to get it started,
Let's
fuck
go.
with your
Let's
boy.
go. Yeah.
Because I could pun all day, bro. I could be corny on purpose
Yeah, but
all day long. I
oh,
already told him, Shank, look, you want to see some of mine?
look, he
I
said,
already here. I'll pull them up right
Mom,
now.
Mama Miss said you need to pun is her. So
I've already been there, Mama Miss. I've already done to that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all
he gonna
not here.
show
Look,
us his puns.
here. So that's Frederick Douglass, right? That's me trying to form a new squad, the Incredibles. Okay.
He's really going in on this
Uh,
shit.
that's me warning y'all, don't come after my threads because I'm a threaditor. Okay.
No, that's
Uh,
actually a really good one.
fuck Twitter. Threads is my new thread and butter. You know what I mean? It's my new thread and butter.
Okay, so he went. Yeah, he went there.
But I have so many more lined up for y'all. So y'all just remember, y'all. I don't know what y'all want to call yourselves, threadlings or spoolies or whatever, but spoolie sounded very racist.
Yeah, it did. You know what?
You
I'm gonna tell
fucking
you right now,
spoolie.
man. Hey, first off, I don't appreciate you calling. There's gonna be
That just sounded,
a lot of
I don't
black
know
people.
what race it's
Yeah,
about, but
like the black people saying, "The fuck you call me?" When their voice get high,
spoolie
nigga,
over
did
here.
you just call me a spoolie?
Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean. I don't know if I don't even know if there's a group that could offend yet, but didn't mean to. But whatever. If y'all want to get punny on motherfucking threads, I'm coming for y'all. All of y'all, man. Frederick Douglass out.
Yeah. All right, but this is the main thing I'm gonna say about this topic. The main thing I think, which is fantastic, that Marjorie Gorilla Face Green and they call her man shoulders. She is going to definitely be weakened by the fact that she doesn't have that core crazy motherfuckers from the Freedom Caucus. Because Kevin McCarthy is the weakest fucking speaker ever. The motherfucker get kicked out. One motherfucker get mad at him, a little too mad at him. They can vote and be like, "You out of here, bitch." That's how thin his fucking win was.
She's aligned herself with the man whose spine is as strong as a wet shoelace.
Yeah, he definitely yogurty and quite noodly. But this picture, look at her face. I can't believe you guys won't let me be openly racist and call the Jewish people names.
Well, it's not even that, because they're both still batshit crazy. It's like you said earlier, they're just having her and Boebert butted heads over McCarthy and this presentation of this bill or whatever, or this initiative to
impeach Biden.
Yeah,
they're trying to impeach Merrick Garland, which I'm not really.
They have nothing, so
they won't be able to do it.
They're fighting over make-believe games,
make-believe shit. And I know one of them said, "I get to ride the unicorn." No, I get to ride the unicorn. Yeah, they're out of their fucking mind. But the bottom line is, it's still going to be one of those things where I think that it'll make her even crazier than she is, because she's already fucking ridiculous, batshit crazy. And
McNuttertons.
Yeah, so I mean, she's batshit crazy, and of course she's upset. Of course she's upset about it. Yeah, okay, and we don't want you women. Somebody said that because I said something on a feed. I was kicked off of doing lives, and I'm back up on lives now on the gram. Yeah, they kicked me off there. I was blocked for like a month, but I said something on a live, and about her being a gorilla, albino gorilla, and women are saying you're body shaming people. I'm like, if anything, I'm body shaming gorillas.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But yes, they said I'm body shaming. So when we call Marjorie Taylor Greene a gorilla and all these other names, I want y'all to know something. We mean it. We're not. None of that's being taken back. And if you don't like it, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. She has been nothing but negative. Facts fucking matter. She has been nothing but a negative draw on society, and nothing but a person that wants to go against democracy, period, the end. So all y'all and women say, well, you can't talk about a woman like that. Some women you could talk about like that.
I mean, with her, this is not a oh, we need to respect this and that type of thing. These are horrid people. I will go as far as to say, like, that, she looks like a gorilla. I still recognize them as people, but I don't have to, completely dehumanize anybody. But they are horrible people who wish
and the Freedom Caucus is filled with
great injurious harm upon a lot of us who just because our skin is black. Like, there's no respect coming from me for humans like this.
No, not in any way, shape, or form. So we'll move forward with it, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, flat out, it's gonna get crazier than it already is. All you people in the feed, what's up? WDMA Warriors, come out and play. All right, so make sure you do that, and make sure you do this. If you see that she goes down with the ship of them, she's going to set up her own fucking thing. Trust and believe. If she gets kicked out of Congress in any way, shape, or form, she's going to set up her own shit. If Trump by chance loses the election, he's going to set up his own shit, because he's not going to be in jail, and he's not going to be in prison. He's not going to have nothing pending. They're going to give him a bunch of fines, which is still nothing.
He's gonna start the penitentiary party. Trust me.
Wow. No,
Cell Block D party.
Okay, the people in the feed, y'all. I know y'all like Pedro, and y'all think, oh, Pedro's a cool motherfucker. Pedro's out of his mind. Pedro's out of his mind, and everybody in the feed. How many people in the feed have told you Pedro? Said
the walls are closing in. No. You think I'm listening to the people out there that say
the people the fans of the show have told you. Kevin Keith has told you.
I listened to
WDMA Warriors told you. AJ told you that motherfucker's not going to jail. Everybody's been telling you that. Damani Jones told you. You know what I'm saying? Tawana didn't say shit yet, but he's not going to jail. He's not going to jail. He's not going to be tasting the tip of somebody's, you know, dick. He's just not. He's just not.
I mean, that might not happen. Yeah, but and listen, it'll be probably some resort like minimum joint. But he'll
No,
be
it is.
playing.
I don't even
He'll be
think it's
playing
going to be
tennis.
that.
He'll be playing tennis behind barbed wires, or there won't be any. They might set up a little putt for him, but there'll be no golf for a while. But we'll keep it pushing, man, because we could talk about that all day. Only time will truly tell. But speaking of going to jail, could you imagine if you were a cop and your job was to uphold the law, put people in jail,
Right.
and some of your colleagues decided to do that to you?
I think that would be what it's supposed to be.
Hey, man, give me a second. I'm going to holler at you on the other side, but first I'm going to give it to you like this.
Hey, 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 it's your boy Black Pedro, popping in, hey, 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 with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'. All right, man, listen. You know us here on this show. We're no great fans of law enforcement here.
We don't like the cops, the pigs,
especially the bad ones. And, there's enough bad ones that they make the good ones superfluous. So, that's why we tend to focus on the bad ones.
1 second. Did you say superfluous?
Superfluous. Yes, sir.
Okay. Definition.
Just unimportant or frivolous, just kind of
moot point.
Yeah, kind of moot. Yeah, just. I think it's more like.
What's up, Shop Martin?
It's just kind of like unimportant. Blah blah blah.
Right.
So the good ones become superfluous. Just to throw it out there again, and we stay focused here on the bad ones because if you had a barrel of apples, you'd probably try and get the bad ones out of there as quickly as possible, right? And not be focused on the good ones, right? But that being said, if there's even one more type of cop that besides just the cop in general that I know I personally have a problem with, beyond just the cop, it would be the black cop.
Black cop. All right.
Yeah. And, the thing is, kudos to anybody out there who's trying to make a living, maybe, your legacy and it runs in your family. Like Bernard Robbins here, LAPD officer who last August
that's an intense looking dude.
Yeah, man. He was pulling up to his parents' house in South LA. And he saw 3 officers eyeing him suspiciously. He knew what he already knew. So in the situation, he went hands up. Hey guys, I'm a cop like you. Still ended up in handcuffs. Still ended up getting searched and frisked and all of that. And now is in a place in his life where he's really contemplating, what it means for him to be an officer, what role he's really playing in our society.
Well, that should be all black cops.
How effective he can actually be as a police officer. So
they're all bad apples. Sorry.
Well, I mean, it's that's not true, right? Like we know that's not.
They're all bad apples. You shut up.
Okay, I know that's not true, but
they're all evil apples.
Like I said, when the bad ones can ruin the whole bunch. So when you have bad apples, focus on those and not the good ones, because the good ones will become bad eventually. I'm actually glad this brother survived this experience, but more importantly, had an experience like this at all. Because I do, I've had friends who are lawyers, who were prosecutors, who have kind of come to a similar revelation, about the system. And, I think as Black people, we kind of should have understood how the system works
Right.
already, and that you're not going to be able to change it from the inside like that. This was a guy, Officer Robbins, who saw his aunt grow up, who a woman he looked up to, who worked in LAPD, and because she was such a positive influence in his life, he thought it must be a great job to do because auntie does it. I think he was pulled over twice, and once at gunpoint by the cops before he was age 18, but he personally chalked those up to wrong place, wrong time experiences. But when you're sitting as a cop on that curb and your own damn colleagues have you
or treating you like that,
yeah, it's like
because you're black. It's end of the day. It's like,
of course,
like AJ Fitz said, "Boys in the Hood" shows how black cops can be for the most part. I never liked you.
And that's I hear you, AJ. It's a fictional movie that represents
absolutely
highly realized. So that cop was hyperbolic in that situation in that movie, and it's not representative of all black cops.
Well, that's not true.
Not all black cops. No.
Okay, what about the 5 black cops who beat the other brother almost to death? If not,
like I said.
Okay,
I'm not saying all black cops are good either.
I'm saying black cops. The reason I have okay, I agree with you. You say not all black. Okay, maybe not all, but a giant percentage of black cops are so busy trying to appease the other cops and white cops and act like white cops and treat black people like white cops treat them, then they are just as bad.
I mean, I wouldn't, giant percentage is like a
giant percentage.
It's not a number, but
it is. Okay, that is
what I will say is that
bad apples.
Black cops are outnumbered for the most part in police departments around America, even in urban settings. So, they're part of a system that they can't benefit from, and that's what this guy. That's what this guy.
The conclusion he came to. Kevin Keefe said black off-duty cops got shot by cops all the time, and the only time white cops get shot is when a drug deal goes bad. Okay, I see what you're saying, but I agree. Or the immigrant black cops that hate. Damn. Hate.
FBA is what firstborn black
Americans,
but I mean, listen, my overall point is that police and prosecutors, while it sounds like we need representation,
you're right.
And in theory, obviously, that sounds like a good idea, but the system is so fucked up that black people aren't going to change it from the inside. I don't believe that. So,
well, there was a book called "The Spook That Sat by the Door."
Okay.
And he was basically about trying to infiltrate the white, power structure and, defeat it from the inside. Obviously, it didn't happen. It was futile, and the motherfucker ended up getting killed. But I'm saying that I see when people do that. I see when people try to do that. They're like, well, if I'm a good upstanding person and I'm handling my business and handling everything, but end of the day, all they see is black. Just like the woman that was slammed. I'm gonna make a video on that on YouTube. Fuck that. There was the woman that was pretty much.
We talked about it yesterday.
The one we talked about yesterday. Judo slammed. It was fucking horrible. Older black woman. The end of the day, that mentality, black cops. I've seen black cops act just like that. Trying to prove a point, will not check their white counterparts when they're doing dirt. So until I see that, all you motherfuckers can eat a dick.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because they'll get killed too. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, like, and even good cop, whether you're black or white, they'll get fucked up in this system because that's how fucked up it is. So, I'm back to, we got to fire and then we hire, but black people should not be, I don't believe, entering the law enforcement system as it is set up now. It needs to be
it needs to be restructured, retrained. And this is the other part. I think it should take longer to become a cop than it does a surf instructor. I'm sorry. I mean, cops are just like, And a bunch of these people should be psychologically analyzed to the fucking hilt because you got a gun. You could be having a bad day and your woman fucked a big dick nigga, and you come outside and be like, I hate all big dick niggas. Oh, Pedro, you got to go down. Big dick niggas. Pop, pop, pop. And they do that. I mean, and they're having a bad day or whatever else. They need to be psychologically analyzed. And I say that with white cops and black cops.
Yeah, all the cops. Like, you
All
need
the
to,
cops across the
like
board.
I've been saying, fire and rehire.
But not
So
only
get all
that,
the
if you
cops.
go through the system of the people that they know are corrupt or they found to be corrupt, and instead of giving them leave, a lot of them give them leave and they get to go to, they should make a national fucking registry of cops that have done bad, that you can't leave a motherfucking city, go to another city and get hired as a cop. What kind of fuckery is that? So that's the same thing they do with the Catholic churches. I got a bit I've been doing about that people get pissed off about, but it's true. Catholic priests will do something heinous to a child. They will transfer them to another parish, and instead of putting them in jail or at least get them some kind of psychological fucking I don't know. I say electric shock, but if you touch children, you should get electric shock. What do you mean? What was that? No, I mean they should be fucked up. You fucking use religion to take advantage of little children. You're a fucked up human being, and you need your whole face beat the fuck down. But I'm saying they should do that with cops, National Registry. Oh, you did some dirt here, you did some dirt here. We can't hire you across the board. It's the same shit. But a lot of people look at me. I said it on stage, and there was some people like, "Oh, I don't know about that, man. All cops aren't bad." We ain't talking about them, bitch. We talk about with your whataboutism. We talk about the motherfuckers that are bad. I hate that shit. But people say, well, you can't say all cops, just like you can't say all niggas. But y'all do say all niggas. Y'all say all niggas all the time. Look at my finger.
They don't realize that all of us ain't niggas.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, man.
But Pedro get pulled over. If you get pulled over, Pedro, they're like, like Pedro has a bit, which I think is one of your best bits. I don't know why you don't do it more about being both. Like we got 2 for 1. I mean, come on, man.
I mean, well, you do a joke for 20 years. You're going to find some, I found some new, I still got it in the bank. We could dust that off.
But that's a really good bit.
If anybody out there, black people, even brown, if you think about joining a police force or going to law school so you can be a district attorney and turn crime around in your city, niggas, you crazy.
Have you lost your motherfucking mind?
We need to work this from the outside, get it cleansed, and then work on inserting the right people. You know what I'm saying?
But, no, yeah. I think the whole system, but the system's so corrupt. And like you said, it's so corrupt to its core that I don't think it's ever going to be possible. I really don't.
We'll see. Well, it will take whatever change occurs will be revolutionary. We'll just say that, right? It'll be
what did Shaw Martin said complexion doesn't matter neither. What do you mean by that?
I'm assuming I think she's meaning that in terms of good, bad cop, all of that. Like there's a bunch of bad cops, there's a bunch of good cops, whatever. It's not all around racial lines, not all of it.
Well, you know what I'm gonna say. All of them.
all.
Every one of you are bad. One bad apple does spoil a whole bunch of cops. Ow! Fuck all y'all.
Keith said Pedro was accused of lying by Walmart when he showed up for an interview and wasn't Mexican. Okay, first of all, Kevin Keith, that was at a Baja Fresh. Okay.
Let's start there.
Kitchen, and they, I thought the name would get me through the door. I would never work for Walmart, sir. Okay.
Yeah, but
Union Busters.
When I met Pedro and he said Hernandez, I'm like, the fuck is that? Who the fuck are you?
Worst identity theft ever.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
all right, y'all, but that's it. If you're black, you're brown, don't get down with the cops, man.
If you're black and you're brown, don't get down. If you're black and you're brown, see, that's You know what was the wildest old school shit? I thought about how fucked this old black man was. I was going to the Rite Aid up on after the factory, And this old man was yelling at this dude. He said, "Are you out your cotton picking mind?" And I said, "Did this nigga say cotton picking mind?"
Yes, sir.
Brilliant.
That's an old one.
That is an old one. So yeah, but
and yes, Miss Adverb, don't you ever call me Tedros, that creepy motherfucker.
wow.
Tedros was the name of the Weeknd's character in that show, The Idol.
The Idol. He
Creepy,
was. Did you see that show?
Yeah, I watched this. One of the creepiest motherfuckers I've ever seen on television.
I mean, the dude was her trainer. He came over and smacked him in the face. I was sitting there going, "Oh, Tedros would have got all. Tedros would have. We'd have been moving furniture. Tedros.
You'd have been Tedros.
Exactly. Hey, what's that smell? That's Tedros.
That's rat tail cooking.
But I thought it was pretty good. At least the ones I watched so far. I watched a lot of them.
Yeah, it moves fast. Like it, and it's only like 5 episodes in the season, so I feel like you're right. 3 more episodes, it's a slightly better.
But
season.
but I mean, she was I mean, how could she be? The level of sucker was a little too extra.
Well, keep watching, because it doesn't completely play out like that if you haven't finished it. I'll just say that. But I think they could have taken more time to build up that relationship between The Weeknd and
he did say some pimp shit. Before I jump into this, he did say some real pimp shit. It's like, I don't breathe until you breathe, and when you breathe, I breathe.
No, he's a vampire.
And then everybody around him. But Tedros, that's your new name, Pedro. You should have never told me that. But Tedros, your jokes affect everybody. I'm telling you, everybody. Yeah, it's Black Tedros. No, don't do that.
Who lets a man named Tedros crash at their house?
It was fucking creepy. He doesn't need the name Tedros. Wow.
Yeah, I've been wondering that. Like, how close is this to The Weeknd? Like, just
in
him?
Real life.
Like, this is Abel, or
yeah, I know. You know what? I thought that he is the standout in the show because everybody else is kind of bland, except for. Or there's a couple other people that's good in it.
She's good in it, and the black chick, one's like, we should kill this motherfucker. She's off the chain.
I like her.
She's off.
And if she said it from get-go. She's like, I don't like this motherfucker. And she said, then he said, get close to him. But the main thing is some of the.
See, Miss Adverb, you an asshole. Her name wasn't Tedros though. She said, "Who lets a homeless bitch crash at their house?" Pedro. I didn't know she was homeless. When I found out, y'all know the story.
What would Pedro Douglas think?
I'm an abolitionist of white.
Yeah, what would Pedro Douglas think about your activity?
I abolished that white chick.
I'm sure that Pedro Douglas wasn't fucking white hoe.
Yeah, man. Come on, Frederick Douglass. Come on, man.
But
I stood up for mine. I reclaimed my land.
Who we don't want fucked over? You the people, and the way that you don't get fucked over is by following us. You follow us on all of our platforms. Make sure you see it scrolling down there. You see it scrolling. Make sure you subscribe to the goddamn YouTube channel. And when you get to the channel, take your little finger and do something like this. Stop playing. Give us some thumbs up. The thumbs up matter. If you give us the thumbs up, it makes the algorithm pop and it makes the show pop, and then we'll get more and more people, and then we'll be so big when you see us in the street, don't talk to us. Also make sure you follow at Black Pedro, not only on Instagram, but on Threads. Make sure you follow at Black Pedro on Threads, and soon to be at Comedian Shang on Threads and Instagram on Threads and Instagram. All right, so check this out. When you see this is why I say there's no use fucking with these crazy motherfuckers anymore. Tell me they ain't a cult. Tell me the Republican Party ain't a cult, and the Trumpsters and the Trumplicans and the Trump tards ain't a cult. They a fucking cult. I want y'all to watch this. Yeah, they a cult. Now watch this. Not only Pedro, but watch this, and everybody watch this, and tell me these motherfuckers ain't off. They didn't slipped off the cracker long time ago.
The courts in several different states are finding different things about Trump. Is there anything that could happen with him indictment-wise that would say, all right, maybe this disqualifies him for president?
Not for me. I'm with him to the finish.
All right, thank you so much.
He could stand on the front steps of the White House and commit murder, and I'm with him.
We had somebody earlier tell us that if Trump was standing on the steps of the White House and murdered someone, he'd still vote for him. Same with you?
Mm-hmm.
How come?
I don't know.
Wow.
It's always the Uncle Jesse looking motherfuckers too.
Yeah, did you? Y'all saw that?
Good old boys.
Y'all saw that? He said, he could stand on the front steps of the White House and take a bunch of black babies and punt them over a field goal, and I still would vote for him. These motherfuckers are crazy. They are QAnon following, absolutely idol worshiping fucking nuts. They are absolutely part of the cult. Do not drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the tea. Don't drink anything around these crazy motherfuckers. They see Trump as Jesus. Look at these insane people. Lord Jesus for President Trump. They think he's Jesus. Okay? Do y'all see? Why are we still working with these crazy motherfuckers? Why are we still trying to reach them over the aisle and talk to them and maybe they'll come over? These motherfuckers would actually think if Trump murdered a motherfucker, they would still be down with him. Are you kidding me? Are y'all crazy? What's wrong with y'all? Okay, you believe he's on your side and he's not. Trump is a piece of shit. Always been a piece of shit. Always talk shit and piece of shit. So y'all out there that don't understand what's going on, that's what's going on. These motherfuckers is absolutely bonkers. Bonkers. And if that video don't show it, like I'll tell you right now, he kill somebody on steps of the White House.
Well, you know that dude was like, hell, I almost killed somebody on January 6th on the steps of the Capitol. So
yeah, myself, I stabbed
really
that cop.
talk, you know?
I don't know how he lived through that, man. I stabbed him 4 or 5 times. That's a tough motherfucker. Made in America. I mean,
yeah, I saw the clip of the first guy who said the murder part. I didn't see the Uncle Jesse seconding of that.
The second one. You didn't see the second one?
But no, they yeah, man, that's just what we're dealing with. That's why long ago I've decided I will not be debating, going back and forth, having verbal interactions with these people. Okay. Yeah. They're extremely ignorant and have no intentions on learning.
No intentions on trying to learn, or they don't have empathy, they don't have intellectual curiosity. They're frighteningly fucking stupid. Just like he said, Trump loves the uneducated, and he's got them. WDMA Warrior says, bet they wouldn't say that if it was one of their kids murdered. I think they would. I think they're that far down the rabbit hole.
Take my baby, Trump, please. Drink her blood. Use the
I'm thinking that they absolutely could. People are once you get in the cult, and you drink, like he said, drink the Kool-Aid, man. I'm like, what you doing, man? Why aren't you sipping on the Kool-Aid? I ain't want to die. Well, you better do it or I'll make you die. I mean, they're that crazy. So when you see people like that, and that was just 2 clips from a long line of clips in the interviews that this dude was saying. Because after he asked the first dude, he kept asking other people, do you think that if Trump killed somebody, would murder? Right? And I remember one time I was on stage, I asked somebody in the audience, so you think that Trump is a good guy? Okay, do you have a daughter? Yes, I have a daughter. I said, what if your daughter, he grabs your daughter's pussy? What would you do? Well, I'd fucking knock him out. But you still vote for him. Fuck you, man. Eat a dick. So that's how crazy they are. They see people, look, said, I agree. People sacrifice their children for Jim Jones. Okay, I'm just glad that I have a neighbor who is Pedro, who has a lot of weaponry.
Ain't no Kool-Aid going down over here.
Ain't nobody drinking no Kool-Aid in this motherfucker. Good Lord, these motherfuckers is crazy. This is the wild part. That was a small sample. I saw this thing on, remember a show Vice? Remember the show Vice? I saw the thing where they were asking these motherfuckers, they had a whole bunch of them in a room. And, how many people think it's okay for women's pussy to be grabbed? They said no. How many think that what Trump said is right? They raised their hands and said, yes, it was okay. So it was okay for Trump to grab pussy, but they outside of that, nobody
Not
else.
humans. Trump
Yeah.
is God, Shane.
He's our Lord and God Savior, man.
He
He
is the light of the
he's
universe.
the light and the love. I mean, exactly.
So
So
feed off of your orange flame.
this is what we got to go for. So, man, if you don't think voting matters, y'all tripping, because I would rather vote to block these crazy motherfuckers than that. People sacrifice their daughters to R. Kelly. People do not care. I agree. You know, I agree, and I think they do the same thing here. But that's what I wanted to talk about in my Shangri. I think the cult's gonna cult, and there's no use of trying because we can't reach them. So we need to keep it moving and move forward.
Well, it looks like they're eating themselves anyway. So
yeah, which is good. Which is good.
Savage AF.
Listen, y'all have a good weekend, all right? But speaking of this weekend, what y'all need to do, what y'all need to do is come see Black Pedro tonight at 10 p.m. at the Comedy Chateau.
No. What they do first, Shang, is they come see you.
Oh,
at
yeah.
7:30
at
the very same Comedy Chateau.
Right. Then you watch.
They drink a little bit more, do some drugs in the parking lot, and stick around for the 10 o'clock show. So you can spend your whole night at the Comedy Chateau and get a Savage AF live experience.
Right. Get a Savage live appearance. Also, if you're around tomorrow night in Long Beach, California, I will be at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach, California, headlining. So make sure that y'all come check me out live. If you want to get on my guest list, inbox me on IG, Instagram at Comedian Shang, and I'll get you. One last thing, if you happen to be in Vegas, that is July 17th through the 23rd. I will be John Wicking jokes right at your face at the LA Comedy Club in the Strat. So make sure y'all check it out live. Make sure you check it out. All right.
Wicked, man.
All right, cool.
You know what it is, y'all. Savage AF. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Black Pedro, Comedian Shang. Like Shang said, have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. In the meantime, in between time, I need you to stay black if that's what you are.
Yeah.
Do not be black if you are not black.
Yeah.
What
was that?
Yeah. It's just not black.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely. No, I know one dude that sound like that.
Yeah, we know a few. But it's not representative of the culture.
Third,
lastly, but definitely not least, keep your fingers out your nose holes.
Nose holes.